This is the Loaf of Toaf.
Yeah, okay, work it, get it, okay, alright, shake that thing all night, Hi all of you who so graciously clicked on this podcast.
I did it.
You did it, good job. Welcome to the Good Loaf of Toaf with Chandler and Kiana. This is our first episode.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, yay.
Hi.
Hi.
I hope you all out there are doing well. If not, I hope this episode? Wow, I can't speak. I hope this episode will put a big smile on your face.
A big grin.
Turn that frown upside down. So, since it's February, the month of love, Valentine's,
Chocolate,
romance, and all that good stuff. And it's also the month of our 5-year anniversary.
5 years.
5 years.
That is half a decade.
It is. So we decided that it will be great if we dedicate our first episode of Good Loaf of Toaf to our LGBTQIA non-binary plus in between community.
Yep.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes, that's amazing.
So for the love of queers, let's get into it. So I have a question for you.
Okay, all right.
Did you ever think that you would be in a relationship with a girl for this long? Like, did you actually think that lesbian relationships existed? Like, that was something that people actually did. Like, people were actually queer. Like, did you ever think that you would be able to be in the same-sex relationship and be happy?
No, actually. Because, you know, I grew up in a very, very, very strict Christian household. So being gay...
For all of you who didn't know.
Yeah, for all of you who did not know. I grew up since in pre-K all the way up until about 11th grade. I was in a Christian school. I went to church every Sunday, sometimes even twice a week. So all I knew and was taught was the Bible. So being gay and being a lesbian, being a homosexual, what they would call it,
did you even know when you were little? Did you even know
what gay was?
Yeah.
Not necessarily to the extent of the definition of being gay or being a lesbian.
You just knew that it was bad. Don't be that. Don't be that,
yeah. But as I got older and I started to understand the logics of being queer or being gay or being what a lesbian is, and it was like, oh, that's me. Oh, guess what? In the Bible it says I'm going to be burning in the river.
Oh my God.
So, yeah.
It's like you're a walking demon.
Yeah, legit. You're going to exorcise me. That's what they wanted to do to me.
Really?
Yeah.
No, wait, what?
Yeah, no, that's for a future episode. But yeah, no, I never thought I would be happy or be able to be in a relationship with another girl because I always was taught that it was wrong.
Yeah, true. Like with me, I know that growing up in my household, which was Black and around a lot of Black people, because I had a Black family, not a, and yeah, that was not a thing, not a real thing. That was something you only seen on TV, or excuse my language, as some of my family members would say, that's white people shit. Black people don't do that. Being gay and Black was totally not even a thing.
Yeah,
no,
no.
Not a thing.
It was not publicized in my family. It was not brought to the table. But when it was always shamed upon.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So,
did you ever think you'll be in a relationship with a female for this long?
Well, I don't know. I didn't even I knew when I was little that I had an attraction towards girls. I had feelings for girls, but you never express it. You just go along with what everyone wants you to be like, you know, which is heterosexual and to like boys, because that's what you're taught as a little girl, to like boys, and boys has cooties, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
And oh my God, if he hits you, he likes you, or oh my God, if you have one of those white dots on your fingernails, that a boy's thinking about you, you know what I mean? That's no, I actually didn't. When I got older, I would say in high school is when I started to realize, well, middle school actually, even late elementary is when I started to realize that I like girls. And in high school I had a few relationships, I guess, with guys, but they would never last long or
Okay.
really serious, you know? They're more
Yeah,
like
same.
a burden. Like,
Yeah. Gosh, God. I got a boyfriend. Let me call my boyfriend.
it was more for like show.
For sure. But
Yeah.
you didn't
To make, and especially since my dad's side of the family were Indian, like, it was like a thing.
Oof,
Yeah,
that's like
even
not
worse.
even
Yeah.
a thing.
Not even a thing. My grandma on my dad's side of the family didn't even know what lesbian is.
Are you serious?
She can't even tell you what queer is. She can't tell you. She's like, what's that?
So literally, it was
Literally
not a thing.
Yeah.
Shit. Like, I know, like, growing up with me, I always knew there was something different, but I couldn't really pinpoint it. And every time, like, as I got older, my parents were like, hey, are you okay? Like, are you forming feelings for girls? Like, what do you identify yourself with? And I used to get offended and, like, have a defense wall up and just like, no, it's just a phase. It's just a phase. But like 20 years later,
because they would tell you that it's bad and that it's awful, so they will come so like, did they come at you in like a really
in a harsh way
that makes you feel defensive and put up a wall?
Kind of, yeah, because I was afraid of what they might have done or said at the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, in the Bible and what they taught me, like my parents taught me that being homosexual is a sin and I will go to hell and I will burn for eternity. So I did not want to just, like, publicly go out and tell them, hey, your daughter, she's queer.
Like, honestly, like, I used to have Barbie dolls, and when I was little, I used to have the Mycene dolls and the Bratz dolls, and I remember I only had one Ken doll, right? And Ken was supposed to be like their boyfriend, but I will always make the girls do very inappropriate stuff together. Like the Barbies. Like, no lie, that was me. Like, I was that little girl. And then the Ken dolls are the ones I will normally, like,
Throw in the trash.
And if I had two Ken dolls, they will be dating. It will be Ken dolls dating and then the girls dating. That's when I, like, look back and I'm just like, wow, that right there could have been a sign. Like a real sign.
That was a huge flag. Like, red flag, rainbow flag.
Yeah. But my mom she was pretty chill about it. It was
That's
my
dope.
grandma and my sister, because I was in a household with my grandma and my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My dad wasn't there.
Yeah.
I started hanging out with my dad's side of the family later on, but that's a long story. But
would you say like
my grandma and my sister were more strict about things? She's my older sister, and my grandma, they were more strict about that stuff. That's something you don't do. It's bad, awful. My mom, she was more carefree. She didn't really give two shits. Like, she didn't give a fuck. Like, she had gay friends, everything. She did not give a fuck.
That's
she
dope.
she let us be us, and she
yourself.
Yeah, and she was herself. So when I was little, I could say in my community of being Black and queer, when I was little, I really had no role models.
Yeah, me neither.
To look up to at all.
Yeah. And especially too, I was shielded
there
from
was like
watching
no
stuff
Black,
on TV.
and like, especially since I watched a lot of heavy like African American influenced stuff, I was like, I never seen a gay Black person or a gay Black couple or anything, queer, nothing, trans, nothing. You know?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, because even within my household, like, the stuff I was able to watch or allowed to watch was just straight rated G movies, rated G TV for the longest.
Yeah.
I was not even allowed to watch a lot of stuff.
Considered what, like, secular?
Bad. Yeah, secular.
Yeah.
I was not even allowed to listen to secular music or nothing. So yeah, I could not think of a role model I had as growing up that I could really connect with.
Yeah.
Until
Till you got older, right?
Yeah, until I got older.
Like,
no.
I couldn't think of like one openly queer person that is Black. I can't think of one that I could remember since like I was little.
Yeah.
The only person that I knew that was gay, or people I knew that was gay when I was really small that my mom liked, like we would watch their shows or something like that, was like the Ellen
DeGeneres
show.
Hell yeah.
And
yeah.
like Rosie O'Donnell, that was like so back in like Rosie O'Donnell show.
Yeah.
That was like so much way back in the day. I was like really little.
Yeah, Ellen, she came out in like 1997, and Rosie, I think she came out in like 2002.
Yeah, the people that I did like notice that were out there, they were like, what some of my family members would say is a white people thing. it wasn't like a black people thing.
Yeah, no. Being gay in a lot of black, African American families is literally not a thing.
I feel like now a lot of or later on down the line, a lot of people were not so scared or actually opened up and said that they were queer and stuff like that and lived by it and was proud about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's when you start seeing people like Ellen Page, for instance. Like when I got older and I started to realize stuff, I started to like search for like a community or search for someone who was like me. But when I was really little, there was really nobody. But around, I think, high school and middle school, maybe late middle school, or early middle school, I don't know. There was a lot of people who came out as like, you know, queer, right?
Queer. Mm-hmm.
It was like Frank Ocean. He was a big one.
He was a big one,
and
yeah.
everyone liked his music though. But that was like high school, I believe. Ellen Page was in high school.
Yeah, that was in 2014. That was just right before we graduated.
I just discovered Tegan and Sarah and like late middle school, early high school.
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart was just recently.
Mm-hmm.
And you had like people like Lady Gaga who like empowered.
Yes,
like
empower
such a
the community. Yes, such a great like activist for the LGBT community. So what about some TV shows? Can you think of some TV shows that were like that if you've seen or you recognize or now you know that are LGBT friendly or had LGBT content in it?
Well, the Ellen Show.
Duh.
That was like fucking
That was
amazing.
the number one Ellen Show. Yes.
I know. The Ellen Show was great.
It was.
Freaking loved that show. I remember the L Word. My mom used to watch that Word. Like, I remember being little and, like, going in there and, like, watching the L Word. I think that was the first time I seen Tegan and Sarah on the L Word. They had, I'm sorry, but really bad haircuts.
They had horrible haircuts. Oh, my God.
I remember that.
I think
Glee?
I remember... Yeah, I also want to say, I remember the TV show broadcasting on TV called Glee. And that was like a theater type gay drama TV series, something like that.
And like the whole
The Fosters.
True Blood.
Yeah.
I fucking loved True Blood.
Yeah, and another show that I wish had another season would be Take My Wife.
Yeah. And Sense8.
Yeah, Sense8.
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, with Poussey.
Yes. Samira Wiley. And I think she is also in Handmaid's Tale, and I think she is playing a queer
character. Yeah, definitely.
And then Shameless
with Ian, the gay Jesus. If you haven't caught up on the episodes yet, but he is the gay Jesus, which is so fucking awesome.
Bitch said he walking on water. I think the only black things that I seen that had queer people in it or queer characters. There was this movie on fucking BET back in the day called Holiday.
Is that with Queen Latifah?
No, he was like a I think the movie's called Holiday. Am I wrong, people? Am I wrong? I think it was a BET movie.
Explain it. Okay.
It was It was about a mom and a daughter, and the mom was like on drugs, and it was like in a low income neighborhood. But then there was a neighbor who did like drag shows.
Okay.
And he was a gay male, and he did drag shows and stuff like that. But he would help out, take care of the little girl sometimes. But that's later on, after he found out that this little girl was literally like being mistreated and not really being taken care of. He took it upon himself to take in the little girl and take care of her because her mom was a fucking mess. That was the first black movie that had like any queer something that I remember.
Shit.
And there was a movie recently, I think when I was in high school, that came out called Pariah.
Oh yeah, you showed me that movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's something similar towards
my situation. Yeah.
And then, of course, way back in the day, I remember watching this movie called Boys Don't Cry.
Oh my God, but the story of Brandon. Oh my God. And also too, currently right now that's going on right now is the 2018 Olympics. You have Adam Rippon, which he's an openly gay U.S. athlete in the Olympics this year.
Yeah, like the first.
Yeah, the first figure skater.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I feel like kids definitely have a lot more people to look up to now, you know,
than they did back like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and I feel like there's more representation of queer people in the media. I'm not saying that it's really really big and that it's
like taken over,
but
or even it's gotten or even good. Better.
Yeah, but it's gotten a little bit better, not a whole lot, but you know, it's gotten a little bit better. I can definitely say since when we were
growing up, yeah.
And I could only imagine those people who were growing up before us. Like, jeez,
they had no means of finding out anything.
Yeah, like I don't. We had the computer. We had MySpace. We had cell phones. We had
cell phones that couldn't really even get access to the internet.
Yeah, true. Like it didn't have no apps and none of that shit that you guys have right now. Like it was just like a brick ass Nokia phone or flip phone.
All you can fucking play is Snake.
Yeah, some of the phones didn't even have fucking cameras. Literally, remember when we used to go to the mall? Have you ever, like, when you were younger, did you ever go to the mall just to hang out at the mall like an obnoxious kid and like a teenager, preteen?
You know, again, in my family, I wasn't really allowed to do a lot of stuff. But when I did go to the mall, yeah, I would be an obnoxious teenager.
Yeah. And yeah, during that time, we had to bring like our phone, which didn't have a camera. And if you wanted to take pictures, you actually had to bring a real camera.
One you got to crank. And then you hear,
yeah, either that or like a digital camera, like a real digital camera.
Those digital cameras were so hefty
with like the flash and everything, and you have to wear it around your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, we didn't have no selfie sticks. Your selfie stick was your goddamn arm.
Yeah, we didn't even have a phone that had a camera on it until like later on, I believe, like middle school, like late middle school. You know, and when like the iPod
Touch came out.
Like that's when stuff started to like really advance in the apps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, and like YouTube now.
Yeah, YouTube before mainly I believe it was just only like I only knew it for just playing music videos.
Yeah, no, I knew YouTube for the creators on there and stuff like that.
Yo, the creators on there, I'm glad that they have the platform to speak what they want and do.
Yeah,
broadcast what they want.
Communities.
Yes.
Especially for the queer community. They literally, in the queer creators, they built this awesome community base. Like fan base, this awesome community. And like, I guess that's so good, about that. About
the kids nowadays, they can look towards YouTubers to be like, I want to be like Tyler Oakley. He's an openly gay man and he's successful. Yeah. Or like Hannah Hart.
Yeah.
Kingsley.
Yeah.
Even Connor Franta. They're like
Troye Sivan.
Troye Sivan. Yes. Like, oh my God. There's so many awesome queer creators on YouTube now.
Yeah, and they have awesome communities that they could just hit each other up, make fan pages and hit each other up, and they're always there for each other. That's
so supportive.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a good thing.
That's a plus.
That is a big plus.
Huge plus.
I feel like that came more in handy for us. Oh, like late high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like, that's an awesome thing.
That is.
Like, I can honestly say that that's pretty rad.
It is.
Mm-hmm. A good thing, and I think it's really healthy for our community.
Yeah. To have the means to get access to learning more information.
And then you have these creators who actually let us young people get on the bandwagon. Like, they literally promote, like, you guys need to step up your game, go vote, do this, do that, and this is how you do it. You know?
Like, they're like, you can't just sit back on your couch and just tweet and feel like you've done something. Get out there and go participate and do something.
And they actually show you how to do it, and I really admire people like that.
Me too.
Creators like that,
because they have a voice and they have the platform.
I'm not saying all YouTube creators are like that.
No, not
there
all.
Some YouTube creators
shady.
Who are fucking
shady as
ridiculous.
Fuck.
They shouldn't even be on YouTube influencing young kids.
Yeah, no.
No.
But the people who have the platform and they have like, the good heart and good intentions, and they use their platform to get good information across, I applaud them. So, I have a question for you.
What? What's your question? That sounds so rude. I meant, yes. What's your question?
I was about to say, excuse you. Do you remember any movies with celebrities in it that you liked or you like were very intrigued by?
Oh, like when you were young, like
when you were
like
younger,
movies
yeah.
that you've seen and you're like, ooh, I think I like her.
Yeah.
Like your first celebrity crush.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah. Do you have any?
Yeah. It was this movie that came out the year that I was born, but I didn't see it until a couple of years after, of course.
Okay.
And it was a movie called Now and Then.
Oh yeah. I know what movie you're talking
And
about.
in the
Yeah.
movie, there was like Demi Moore. And
Demi Moore.
I remember having such a huge like crush on Demi Moore, like with Demi Moore. I thought she was like everything. And then there was also this movie called Bring It On, which all of you probably know.
Bring It On.
It was Missy. I had a crush on Missy.
Yeah. When I saw Bring It On, it honestly made me want to become a cheerleader.
Yeah, totally. No, me too. I had that phase after I seen that movie. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a cheerleader. I'm gonna be a fucking rebel. I'm gonna be
This is my destiny.
I'm gonna be a rebel cheerleader. Like that was my thing. Like no lie. And also, Law and Order.
Bro, if you say
Mariska
Mariska
Hargitay.
Hargitay, bro! Oh my god, Mariska Hargitay had my heart.
Yeah, she was badass.
Still is badass, still kicking it.
And yeah, there was a lot of people that I was just like intrigued.
Well, for me, growing up, it started off with the movie called Monster-in-Law, and it had Jennifer Lopez in it, and I was just like, who is she? And I'm gonna kind of deviate this just a little bit into like, you know, character-wise, but like as a kid growing up watching like the movie Shark Tale, I had a crush on Lola, who so happened to be played by Angelina Jolie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Lola, the red fish that was trying to go out with Oscar. Will Smith playing Oscar.
You had a fucking crush on a fucking cartoon fish? What the living shit?
I thought her voice was intriguing to me. I know, it's ridiculous. God damn it. I had a fucking crush on a fish.
That's something that is,
I'm sorry. I went there.
Did I ever fucking have a crush on a fucking...
I had a crush also too in the Goofy movie, Roxanne.
Oh, hell yeah. Roxanne?
Roxanne.
Yes. No, yeah, Roxanne, and oh my god, what's the girl who did the poetry?
Like,
poetry?
and everything stops.
Yeah, like, who was her?
Oh, fuck.
What was her name? I forgot her name, but I had a crush on her. I had a crush on Roxanne, but like my main heart was her. She was awesome.
The Barrette girl. That's what they called her. Yes. Oh my goodness.
I don't know. That was weird. I guess, yeah, sure.
And also too, there was a movie in 2006 that came out with T.I. ATL. I had a crush on Lauren London, the girl who played Nunu.
Laura London.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I feel like everyone had a crush on her.
Yeah.
Back in those days.
And also too, in Catwoman, Halle Berry.
Oh, hell yes.
She was a badass bitch in that movie.
Forget about Catwoman.
God.
Halle Berry played in so many movies,
yeah.
That I was just like, wow, she's literally fucking gorgeous. Wife that. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so serious.
I know. Who's the guy who played in Stomp the Yard? The
short one?
Is it LL Cool J? No. Fuck.
What? No.
Slap me now.
Do you mean Columbus Short?
Columbus Short! Him. I thought he was handsome. Wow, I said LL Cool J. Someone please pour a bucket of water on my head. He is handsome.
Yeah, he was getting all the girls. Want to be him.
He will be what they call a fuckboy.
A fuckboy.
A fuckboy.
So, yeah, I think we should just wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to wrap it up with a question to you guys. I want to know, what do you guys think of the representation of the queer community in the media? Do you think it has gotten better? Do you think it could get better? You know, who are some people who influence you to be a better person, who are in the community? And who do you think who are like, you know, doing a good job?
That's a great question. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 1 of Good Loaf of Toaf.
Yay!
If you want to follow us on our social media handles, everything is at Good Loaf of Toaf on Instagram, on Twitter. Hit us up. And yes, tune in for next week for episode 2.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Bye.